there, yellow lovers. Today we're going to be talking about yellow and how it was presented on the runways for spring-summer 2024. Let's get into it. Hi, welcome to Design or Design. My name is Maria and I am a fashion blogger. All that I do is take the runways and arrange them into nice little compartments for easier understanding of the trends. So today in particular, we're going to be talking about yellow, how it was portrayed on the runways, how it was styled together with other items, and maybe you'll get some inspiration on how to wear yellow in your own way as well. Today I've tried to, do a whole yellow thing, but yellow is just not my color. At least that's what I think. Maybe when I'll be editing, I'll see for sure.
Oh boy, that's not my color. Oh my gosh, it's not my color.
But let me know in the comments below if you think yellow is for me. Anyways, let's get started. So we have a few different hues of yellow that were presented on the runways. And we're going to be talking about some monochromatic outfits. So while we're discussing these colors, here is the lemon drop. Sugar-coated lemon drop is filled with zest. It's a really fresh, a little bit on a warmer side yellow. I know yellow is pretty warm already, but it has just a little tiny drop of maybe an orange in there, just a little bit. So it's not quite like a clean yellow. It really reminds me more of maybe a pastel yellow even on how it was presented on the runways. We also see a spicy mustard. So this is a much more kind of neutral yellow that might be easier to style for many more people rather than just a simple yellow, just because it has this earthy tone to it. Pungent spicy mustard is strikingly exotic. That reminds me of maybe something dyed with turmeric or something. I feel like it's a more classy color because it is really on the borderline of being a neutral itself. And it can always go well with both the spring, summer, as well as fall, winter, because of, that spiciness of it, really like pumpkin spice latte situation. And the final color that we're going to be talking about is a charlock, an eye-arresting yellow, emblematic of the free-ranging wildflower. So it's really on a borderline of green. So the examples here are much more green than yellow, but the yellow was on the explanation of the color. So here we are. This color in particular, really looking like a highlighter, is actually the lightest color you can ever get. So if you're thinking for summer, you know how everybody's dressed in white for summer to be cool so that the light reflects off of them? This color is even lighter than that. So if you want to try it out during the summer for those hot, sunny days, then you should go ahead and do that. I for sure know that in this turtleneck, it's not gonna help. It's like fuzzy. Yeah. Of course, many of these yellows were styled with a neutral kind of either a base, maybe it was pop of color, maybe it was the center of attention piece like a full dress in yellow, but then styled with more neutral accessories like shoes, gloves, etc. It looks amazing with gray as well as with black. But we also see different examples of it being worn with beige and nude and brown. So anything goes. I also think that this really deep blue is also a neutral. It depends upon you and what your thoughts of neutral color are. Of course, paired with white and black tights here in Missoni. Basically, any color looks great when it is paired with neutrals. So if you love to maybe experiment a little bit with color but don't really quite know how, and you have a neutral base as your wardrobe, then it's super easy to start wearing any color whatsoever. So yellow is more for the warmer skin tone, and for me, I don't know, it's difficult for me to find the right yellow for my skin tone, and maybe that's why I have a bias that it's hard to style. Well, just try it out, take pictures, make sure to be like in a natural lighting as well to see just how it works. Color is pretty tricky, but I don't want to discourage you from trying it out. And if it doesn't really look good next to your face, then you can always invest in accessories in yellow, like in shoes, a yellow bag. You can always do yellow bottom of your outfit, maybe having a different color up top next to your face that works better with your complexion. So there's always different ways you can tweak around to actually pull a certain color off, even though it's not your color, and that's okay. I really like how these really bright greenish yellow colors are paired with these neutrals and tauds. I feel like it's so cool and like fresh, and like now I love it. I love it a lot. All right, now let's take a look at some of the combination there were on the runways. There were a very limited amount of styling with this kind of neon yellowish green and pink. I quite like this, so I don't know why there was not a lot of it. Combinations with orange. These colors are quite close in a color wheel, so these are analogous color combinations because they're both bright, right? But because they're so close on the color wheel, they don't look as like a crazy bright combination just because they're in the same family, like a little cousin, right? Looks like you, but not really. So many of the yellows were styled with orange. They're both bright colors, so maybe think if you are a warmer skin tone and both of these colors work well on you. Next one is with green, somewhat another analogous color. So yes, they were going now the other way and in the color wheel, so it is still very close to yellow on there, so another analogous combination, very neutral. So this is a little bit more calming than rather than the orange and the yellow. It's a little bit more mature even. Here we have a split complementary with the purple, green, and the yellow. Yeah, here's a perfect example. If you're a cooler tone, having a green top with the yellow skirt, the light off of the skirt is not gonna get to your face and it's not gonna be too distracting and making your complexion look weird and off. We also see some mesh things going on, like layering different things with a yellow overcoat of some sort here. But let's see how it goes with blue. So basically yellow and almost like an orangey yellow is a complementary color of a darker blue color. So when they're worn together, they make great impact, really bright colors. And if we're going into a little tiny bit of a greenish, then it's going to be a violet one, but we'll talk about it later. So if it's a pure yellow and a pure blue, that's a triad, partially triad because we're missing the red. But anyways, without looking at the color wheel, it's a little bit difficult to perfectly arranged. So we have some of it being a part of a print, like little accents of yellow on the blue background or the other way around. We also see this in color blocking. Blue and yellow are really great pairing. You can wear maybe like a yellow top and some blue denim jeans. Because the denim is blue, it looks really well together. Here we go. Now we're heading into the purples. If the color is a little bit to the greener side, it will be complementary. If it's a little bit to the warmer side, then it's gonna be a triad. Anyways, yeah, let me just stop talking in complicated words and let's see the combinations with red. So as I mentioned, the triad is the yellow, red, and blue. We see a lot of that in the Balmain show. Maybe having two big colors up there and then one of them being like on a bracelet, the third one. Maybe like we're completely missing the third color out of the triad. Here, yeah, we're talking about the kind of the reds and the yellows working together. Here we're seeing the yellow being on the greener side, but it's still here. Yes, it's a pretty bright combination, so it might not be for everybody, but it is pretty fun. So this completes the outlook on yellow from the runways. I know it's a pretty short video, but it's okay. If you want to see more, they're going to be listed down below. If you want to see some inspiration of how I transform those trends into wearable everyday outfits, you can check out my Instagram page where me, a mid-sized body, am trying to be stylish in my little town where nobody really cares. The next color I'll be working on will be more in the greener zone. I like to go in a rainbow. I encourage you to subscribe to this channel because if you have gone this far, then you probably do like fashion, let's face it. Give me a thumbs up and maybe a little comment for that algorithm to pick me up and show me to the masses. I'm still dreaming that I'll one day be able to support my family with this. We'll see how it goes. Once again, my name is Maria and I hope you have an amazing rest of the day, and yeah, stay classy. Bye.